first off, All-American game. How was it?
It was awesome. It was an incredible experience. The entire week itself was so much fun. We had so many different activities. We had community service, we had events, and so it was just a really packed week. And the game itself was really fun and competitive.
Well, take me through. We'll start on the court. I know the community service is a big part of that too.
Yes.
But going into, what do you like? Just about 4 minutes left in the first, something like that. Right, down 9-6, and what was it like kind of stepping on? Like, there's a spotlight now, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, ESPN2. This is not. No offense to Heritage, it's not even the CIF, right? This is, you know, the spotlight on. So what was that like? Just kind of coming. What was like your emotions kind of coming on?
I was just excited. I always love whenever there's an opportunity to play on the big stage, like the national championship. That was such a fun game. I played in 2021, so I've always relished the spotlight, and I enjoy being in that position. So I was super excited. I wasn't really feeling that nervous, especially because our team was down. I just knew we had to get back into the game, so that was my focus at that point.
The second part is playing in front of LeBron. That's an experience. What was that? I mean, I don't know if you knew during the game, probably. I know you focus on the game itself, but like, did you see him like across court side, and what was that kind of like?
We saw him. He came, I think, in the second half, so that was pretty cool. I've seen him at different games and events before, so I wasn't super starstruck, I guess, but it's still exciting that he was there, knowing people like that were there. It's just really exciting that the spotlight is that big, and yeah, so it was pretty cool.
That playing with the talent that you played with, right? Your guard is soon to be your rival, Juju Watkins.
Yeah.
You know, what was like playing with those girls who are like also amongst the best in the country? Like, how much does that, for you at least, like how much does that like elevate your game?
It does hugely. Just the caliber of passing and the speed of the game. We all play so fast, and it's fun to play in that fast environment. Everyone's so talented, and besides that, they're so nice. Like, we're all really close now, and that's cool that it's that elite community of basketball players that was formed there. So that was really special.
When did you find out about when you went on the ESPN W100?
That was the spring of sophomore year, I think.
Yeah, I think so, after both.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was the spring of sophomore year. And I was just surprised. That wasn't something that was on my radar. So when I saw that, I was so excited. And
for you guys watching it, I know y'all have been on the stage before, but what was it like kind of watching her get on the court for that?
I'm always nervous. It doesn't matter the game, and I know what she's capable of, and just watching her get into her groove is just it's awesome. I mean, she starts games, she's come off the bench, so she's familiar with both aspects. I know some kids, it's hard for them to come off the bench, but she's done that before, and she thrives in that environment too. She's just likes to play, so I wasn't doubting her. It was just more like we talked about whether or not she was going to get the ball and how she could be effective. But we talked about before the game, just do play your game, run and rebound, and that's where you're going to have your impact. And then the shots come along. So and they did.
Okay. Your time here, as you can tell, pretty big impact, right? You impact a lot of people. You know, what are you going to miss about your time here?
I'm just gonna miss the community, kind of like everyone that was here today. That's my community, that's my family, and so just not seeing those people frequently is gonna be really hard because I feel so supported by everybody, and I'm definitely gonna miss. What am I gonna miss? I'm gonna miss a lot. It makes me sad to talk about.
I'll lead off with that. What am I gonna miss?
No, I'm gonna miss a lot. I'm gonna miss so much. It makes me sad, but I'm also very excited.
How would you sum up your career? Were you able to accomplish what you wanted to, more or less?
Yeah, I think so. My career was fun. It seemed long, but it went by so fast. But I just remember my first game playing with my sister and how exciting that was to where I am now. I think I'm a totally different player, and it's crazy how much I've developed through Heritage and through the years I've played. So it's really cool looking back on the career as a total.
How big was that for you going to UCLA? How big is that for y'all, kind of with kind of everything happening? Like, how big is that?
How big of a factor?
Yeah.
In making my decision, that really wasn't a huge pressing factor. I was really focused on the academics, of the culture, of the caliber of basketball, and that checked all the boxes. But just that connection, that family aspect was really a nice bonus. And it's just comforting to know, really. So.
It's got to be relieving for y'all as she's kind of going to, in a way, she's going to somewhere. I mean, look, if she went somewhere else, I'm sure you guys would be supportive. But the fact she's going to somewhere and she's playing for a coach that y'all are very familiar with, personally familiar with. Like, what's that like for you guys?
Well, we're familiar with it and we like and we respect. I mean, because it could obviously go the other way too. And Corey, Coach Close, she was a senior she's a junior when I was being recruited, and she was a great recruiter then too, because she helped recruit. We had a big class of freshmen coming in, and she kind of maintained that leadership style, and she's always been that leader, that positive personality, that lead by example. So it's always been there. So that was reassuring. I actually also played for Coach Tony Noonan, who's one of the assistants. So he was an assistant at Santa Barbara, and then Coach Shannon Perry was my teammate in high school, who's actually an assistant at UCLA too. So a lot of connections, and so I wouldn't be thrilled. I'm so thrilled because they're all fabulous, fabulous people. They're fabulous coaches, obviously, but they're fabulous people. So she's going to a program that is built on amazing people, amazing humans. So I'm excited for that.
It seems as if you did like a bit of like, I don't call it, like a legacy, so to say, right? You played college and pro. You played, brother plays, sister plays. Can you talk about just like the sport within the family? It seems to be a very integral part.
Definitely. I didn't want to play when I was younger, and
yeah, you mentioned that, and I would not have guessed. I'm kind of curious about this story, like how, because she didn't want in. So like, how did that kind of come about?
Well, I mean, I'm 6'9", my wife's 6'3". We knew our 3 kids were going to be tall, and so if we were, dancers, our kids would be dancers because that's what we know, right? But we were athletes and we were basketball players, and so that's what we know. So we exposed them young. We didn't try to burn them out. Burnout was a big issue for young kids, and so we kind of let them. We didn't put the pressure / demands on their time and their energy. It was more just, hey, when you're a little kid, if you're having fun and you want to come back the next year, then we're winning. And some years she wasn't having as much fun. She had some significant growth spurts that put her way out of, coordination level, way out of bounds with her body, and she wasn't always successful. She wasn't always graceful. She wasn't always athletic, and it frustrated her, and she wasn't having as much fun. And we just kind of told her, hey, just stick with it, and then when you get older, if you don't want to play anymore, then you don't have to play. It's what we told our sons, what we told our other daughter, but we're a basketball family because that's what we know, so we're able to guide our kids and actually prepare them for what's coming or what's needed to be successful at this level. It doesn't mean they had to do it. We didn't force them to do it.
We tried a lot of sports. We played.
Yeah, our kids were exposed to a lot of sports.
She's a brown belt in karate, actually.